interview Moses, Trax, NYC, and Tyler, who is the owner of Vucom. So back then, while I was in college, I did a few internships, and I'm not ashamed to admit, welcome back guys to the channel. I know a lot of you guys are a huge supporter of the series, What's on Your Wrist? The series where I go around asking random people what timepiece they're wearing on their wrist and the story behind them. And it's pretty much something that we all do without actually approaching people. So I'm the crazy one that's crazy enough to go out there and approach the people and ask, what's the story behind this timepiece, and so on. So I know you guys are enjoying the content, so I'm gonna be consistent and bring more episodes for you guys to enjoy. So if you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button, turn your notification on so you can know whenever I post these videos. In today's video though, I have to do these occasional sit downs to address various topics because I don't think you guys really get to know me through the interviews that I do on the streets. So I'm going to cover topics like whenever I spot a fake while I do these interviews, and some of the comments that I received in the comment section. So let's just get straight into it. Give the video a thumbs up and let's go. So the first topic I want to discuss, guys, is spotting fakes while I'm conducting these street interviews. Now, when I approach someone, I could sometimes tell that a timepiece is a little bit off. There's some occasions where you could see on my face that I could tell the watch is fake, but it's not my job. I'm not gonna have in my series spotting fakes and calling people out. I believe that I'm gonna interview this person. Sometimes they know that their timepiece is fake, and I'm guessing in some occasions they don't know that their timepiece is fake. But when they rewatch the episode when I post it, trust me, my supporters don't miss. You guys are gonna let people know that their timepiece is fake or something's a little bit off. So that's when I think I'm gonna have the people that I interview know something's off with their timepiece, and hopefully if they're unaware, they take it in and have it inspected and hopefully get their situations rectified. But you guys are never gonna see me on camera calling someone out for their fake. Honestly, if I do call out someone for having a fake, I'm probably not going to be able to post the video. They're just going to cut the interview short right there, and you know, they don't want to be embarrassed. So that's why you never really see me calling out a fake watch on camera. But you guys are going to, I'm sure, will continue to call out fakes as you see them. The second topic I want to discuss is a comment that I received in a video where I met a gentleman that was wearing a Submariner that I've owned in the past. And I mentioned to the gentleman that I actually had your timepiece when I was in college. And I think the comment was along the lines of me being spoiled or something like that. How come someone in college is wearing a Submariner, blah, blah, blah. But in reality, the backstory to me even owning the Submariner at that time while I was in college is my hard work. It wasn't bought by my parents. It wasn't anything gifted. I've actually worked hard for a lot of the things that I have. Yes, my parents could have bought me a watch back then and different things, but I always choose the hard route. Clearly, as you guys can see, I'm not afraid of hard work. I put in the work and earn everything that I have. So back then, while I was in college, I did a few internships, and I'm not ashamed to admit my internships was at the company where my dad was, so it was kind of like a way in. But even though he opened the door for me to get in, at the same time I had to prove myself. I had to work hard. It was never a situation where I thought that once I get in, it's going to be an easy ride. It was always pressure every day to prove myself, to not shame, my last name and have people look at my dad like, oh, your son's lazy or doesn't know what he's doing. So every day I went in on time, worked hard, did what I have to do, and actually worked harder than everyone else.
He ain't lying.
Because understanding the whole scope and the whole situation that, oh, you're such and such son. So I always had to prove myself in that way. And that's just naturally how I am regardless. Even if it was in a situation where that's where my dad works and all this stuff like that. But anyways, to respond to that comment, thinking that, oh, he comes from a privileged background and is given certain things. No, most of the timepieces that I've owned, I've worked hard, bought for myself, and honestly will continue to do. I'm not expecting anything to be handed to me. I'm 100% putting in the work and plan on receiving all the rewards when it comes. The third topic in today's video is realizing how much you guys enjoyed that New York episode. I took a trip to New York during the holiday season, and I wanted to do more. I wanted to do a lot more, guys. I wanted to do way more interviews, meet a bunch of other people, but the timing wasn't the best. It was the holiday season. A lot of people were on vacation. The weather was cold. Making that video was difficult. New York people are, even though some of the people that I interviewed were tourists, which that's what made it honestly easy to actually interview, actual New York people are difficult to approach in most situations. You know, they're on the go, they don't want to be bothered, that type of, thing. So it wasn't easy to make that video. But regardless, it was freezing. And that was my main issue, was just the temperature. It was too cold. But my plan was on that trip to do more interviews. In the spring, I will be back in New York. So I'm going to let you guys know. I'm going to announce it before I go, because I know a lot of supporters are out there in New York and they want to be interviewed. They want to meet me. So I'm going to do it that way. But my plan on that next trip is to do more interviews, to interview Moses, Traxnyc, NYC, and Tyler, who is the owner of Vucom. I'm going to do more collaborations. I think you guys enjoy it. And I think you guys also enjoy different sceneries, different locations. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you guys are locked in and subscribe so you'll know whenever these videos are posted. My next topic, guys, is some of you are wondering how come this guy is making these videos, he's doing these interviews, and why he's so consistent. For one, I enjoy conducting these interviews. Even though I'm not so much of a people person, for those of you guys who really know me, I do enjoy interacting with people when they're watch lovers. Once a person is wearing a timepiece on their wrist, it's just right away an instant commonality that I have with the person, and everything else flows as far as getting to know the person. So that's one aspect that I enjoy about conducting these interviews and presenting it to you guys, is meeting different people that I wouldn't ordinarily meet. And two, I enjoy creating content. Maybe I don't enjoy the recording and that aspect of it too much. I do enjoy the back end work. I do enjoy the editing and putting something together, a product together that people would actually sit down and enjoy on a weekly basis. I don't think some people realize how difficult it is to make a long form content in a world where people's attention is being reduced, which is a negative thing, honestly. To make a long form video, 10 to 15 minutes, that someone would sit down and watch from beginning to end is honestly a skill to do today. So I love that challenge, and I enjoy the creative aspect of it. And the response and the feedback in the comment section is letting me know whether or not I'm doing a good or a bad job. So you guys are definitely going to see me consistently for the rest of this year, the rest of next year, because I enjoy doing it. What you guys do need to understand too is making these videos isn't my primary job or primary objective in life right now during the day. So this is going to tie into a comment that I received where someone was saying that in one specific interview, my energy was low. And what you need to understand is that I'm doing a whole bunch of other things in life, and when I take the time to go, let's say, to the design district to interact with random people who have different energies that may be draining, maybe I'll approach someone and they'll give off, bad energy, and or they'll say no, and I'll go on to the next person, and my energy is just like a little bit being cut down a little bit. Um, that's just how it is. I'm not going to be perfect in every interview. Every video is not going to be high energy. Um, there's some days where it's great. Almost every person I approach are pleasant. It seems like life is good for them, but you have to understand. I approach some people, even though it's design district, and you may think that everyone there is living a good life. That doesn't, trust me, it doesn't equate to these successful people just being pleasant and having a great personality and great energy. A lot of them are just dark and something's off. So I come across those people, and maybe when I do meet someone to interview, I may just be a little bit scripted or monotone and whatever. And my personality is really laid back. I do know how to turn up and be crazy, but overall, I believe there's a time and a place for everything. And in certain settings, like the design district, I'm not going to be too crazy and trying to cause a scene. I like to keep it cool, calm, and discreet, and make sure that the person I'm interviewing is comfortable. You can't have some black guy approaching you in design district to talk about your watch, and he's all hype and crazy. No, you got to be, chill and seem like you're level-headed and know what you're doing. So, yeah, what I'm doing is I have a strategy behind it. For the most part, you guys are enjoying it. So I just wanted to touch on that comment, though, because he was saying about, my energy was low. But that was just for one interview. And sometimes I have to match people's energy. Some people I come across, they're high energy. Some people are low energy. And it's something I'm working on and progressing as I go in making these interviews perfect for you guys. So keep up, keep watching, and you guys will see the progression of the channel. My last 2 points I'm going to incorporate in one, and that is that I'm uploading now in 4K. I think I had maybe 2 comments that someone was mentioning. I wish I could watch in 4K because I know most of you guys watch on the television. So moving onward, I think in my past 3 videos, they were 4K, and moving on, they're going to be all 4K. So trying to step up the quality so you guys have better quality audio, better quality visual. And my last point is that I'm on the road to 50,000 subscribers. This channel is growing slowly, but I don't mind it. And I'm not just saying this just to say it. I really don't mind this slow growth of a community that's really locked in and die hard. I think once channels grow too quick, it's like a microwave effect. It's not, there's no substance, there's no connection. And I think a community that's growing slowly, trust me, I'm noticing who comments every video, and I'm keeping track of these things, especially while I'm a small channel. So when I get to, let's say, 100K subscribers, and I'm seeing these people still around, trust me, when I get to that point, I'm going to be doing give backs. I'm going to give back to those people who've been supporting me from when I was at like 5,000 subscribers. And it's crazy. I never saw 20K subscribers as a thing when I started doing this YouTube thing. It's just crazy, and that's just how life is, to be honest. And even at the point that I am right now, I'm just like, where could this really end up? Where next, And it's all based on you guys supporting the channel, to be honest. And that's another thing I want to add finally, is that you guys have to like and comment to get the content pushed out more. The content could be great, you guys could be enjoying it, but liking and commenting is what really pushes the channel to, let's say, the recommended page or the home page. YouTube has shifted a lot. The algorithm changed a lot to where sometimes it doesn't matter how great the content is. It's really the engagement that gets content pushed out. Anybody, any random person could post a short video, and it'll get views. But it's the long form videos that are getting a little bit suppressed when it comes to YouTube. So even big channels with, let's say, 1 million subscribers, their long videos are just not getting pushed too much. So I want you guys to support the long content that I'm continuing to push out. I'm incorporating short videos just because I'm realizing how the YouTube algorithm is working, but it doesn't require much to post a short video. The long videos is where the hard work is really tied in. So continue to support the channel, guys. I'm going to continue to bring content for you guys to enjoy, and I'm going to wrap it up here. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for some more episodes.